semifinal match, incredible match. Wrestled him at Beat the Streets in 2011. Have you seen him in between now and then?
I haven't wrestled him, but I've watched a lot of him.
You did not wrestle him in 2011.
I did, but that was the last time. And so it's been a good 4 years since we've actually competed against each other. And he's a stud. It was a close match then. I was fresh in the freestyle scene, and I think he was as well. But I think he's been a 2-time European champ, 2-time Russian Nationals champ. He's won the Eureka. He's done it all. He's just unfortunately been behind Sargush, who's a 3-time world champ. So he finally got on the scene this time. And unfortunately for me, I always have a Russian on my side, but it was made for a very exciting match.
So is this a little anticlimactic not getting Sargush? You know, after last year's World Championships, having Sargush on your half, losing to him, hurting your knee, come back getting bronze. Is this anticlimactic?
A little bit. Obviously, you want to be the guy that's beating you. And so I thought about it a lot this year. It really fueled me and gave me hunger to be better and to be prepared for this event. But for me, I don't necessarily wrestle the individual. I wrestle the country. And so the name on the front of the singlet is more important than the name on the back to me. And so regardless of who the representative is for the country, I want to beat Russia, be a world champion.
Talking about countries, can you talk about the effect of that crowd tonight?
Yeah, I heard some people screaming Russia, which was crazy because I didn't know there were that many Russian people here. But luckily, the USA chants drowned it out after a little bit. So that really gave me some extra motivation. Obviously, I want to win, but in that moment, it's so intense. Both guys were just staring at each other in each other's eyes. It's really a battle of wills. And so I may not be the best wrestler technically, but I think I have the biggest heart in the entire world.
Jordan, we saw you jump up after that semifinal match and just sort of exit out. Was it more relief than anything?
Relief, dude. But I'm having a good time. Like, I've never smiled this much in one day than I have today. Like, I really want to enjoy this moment. My family's here. My son gets to see me compete. I'm in Vegas. The crowd's chanting USA. I'm wrestling well. I'm feeling good. I mean, what else could I ask for right now? I'm in a great position to be a 4-time world champion tonight. I'm excited.
Talk a little bit about the disappointment of James. Obviously, I'm sure you saw that match. Just talk about...
Well, he's wrestling for a medal, so I really don't think there's any disappointment at all. A lot of people didn't even expect him to get that far coming into this tournament. So the fact that he was able to rattle off 3 straight into the semifinals and wrestle for a bronze tonight is, I say, outstanding.
What was that like, you two rolling at the same time? Just
it's
piling
good, dude.
up
I actually
points?
made fun of him because I think it was either the quarterfinals or the pre-quarters where I said he got called out before me to his mat, but I actually finished before him because I got a tech fall a little sooner.
And you were watching him before your match was going on, while you're on the mat.
The crowd was cheering extremely loud throughout his matches, and so everyone's excited. He's got ability that's very similar to mine, and so people watch his style and the way he competes, and he kind of replicates a lot of the things I do as an athlete. And so that's why he's excited to watch. I think the crowd was really behind him today, but he still has another opportunity to wrestle tonight, which is huge, being as though he's a young man. Our college guys are coming on strong. James Green, Kyle Snyder's a world champ, and these dudes are hungry, and they believe. They're uninhibited by fears and doubts of being beaten by these guys before. They feel the only reason they're not world champs is because they haven't wrestled here yet. So they're doing a good job.
USA seems to be taking some good steps technically.
Yeah.
In 2011, a leg lace wasn't in your arsenal the way that it is now. We're doing a lot of different things on top. There's a lot of young guys getting good freestyle experience early on. Talk about that and young guys training with you.
We're getting better a lot sooner. I don't know if you guys watched the junior or cadet world championships, but we had a ton of champs. Gable Stevenson, Yanni Diakomahalis, Spencer Lee, all these guys are incredible, and they get these opportunities at a lot younger age than I did. I didn't first go to the Olympic Training Center until I was 19, and now these guys are 14, 15 years old, spend multiple weeks and months at the training center each year, and so these guys are getting better very quickly.
And so are you.
Thank you, I appreciate it, but I'm like almost to the peak of my wrestling ability, and then it's going to be on the decline. And so I'm 27 years old, Kyle Snyder's 19, Mark Hall, those guys are all young, and they're going to be the resurgence of this program. And so I really want to be able to pass the torch to these young guys. We actually brought Mark Hall as one of my training partners, and this is huge. This guy's 18 years old, a senior in high school, and gets to be at the World Championships training with an Olympic champion. Those are opportunities that not a lot of people come by.
Jordan, what's the biggest area of your wrestling improvement since last year?
Concentration. Focus. Last year was probably the hardest year. This past year actually was the hardest year of my life. Being a married man, having a son, getting into coaching, and so it was really trying in terms of me staying focused to be the best wrestler in the world, me being the best husband in the world as well as the best father. You always have to play a little give and take with each position. position that you're in. And so I try to keep as much perspective as possible, but there are a lot of nights where I had absolutely no energy to be either of the two. And so it was very difficult. And so now I'm in a position where I'm just enjoying my time as a high-level competitor. My family's here, as I said before, and I'm very excited about this opportunity. I'm blessed with a tremendous ability, a huge skill set, and I really want to be a good steward for the gifts that Christ blessed me with. And this has been a tough year for me, man. It's been an extremely tough year. After last year, I dealt with a lot of doubts. Am I getting old? Am I over the hill? You know, is being a married man affecting my wrestling ability? Is spending too much time with my family affecting the amount of time I spend in my training? Is going on the road with Nebraska to recruit and calling recruits every night taking away from what I need to do as a husband, father, and athlete? And so it was a big struggle for me this entire year. And so now to be back in the World Championship Finals is definitely a relief. That's why I show so much emotion out there.
Other questions?
When did you find that balance between all those roles in your life, and how do you think you came to that?
Faith, definitely faith. A lot of nights I had to pray for enough energy because my son, he's only 14 months. He didn't care that I'm sleepy or tired. I get no naps in the afternoon. I'm up. He's like a human alarm clock, dude. I don't even need to set my alarm clock anymore. Just when he's up, we're up. And so I try to take as much of the burden off of my wife as possible and be a good father, but it's very difficult sometimes. And so usually they stay with me as often as possible. Now we've got 2 separate rooms in the same hotel. And so these are some of the sacrifices I've got to make. I'm like, babe, I love you, but I'm going downstairs to my room. I got to get some sleep. And so crazy, interesting thing was I slept with my wife the past 2 nights before last night, and then last night my son was up at 4:30 a.m. And so I picked the perfect night to go back down to my own room. And so it's tough, man. It's tough, but a lot of faith, a lot of prayer, a lot of support from the people around me has definitely been helpful. And in moments like this, make it all worthwhile.
Anything else, guys?
Any meetings with the Mongolian last night? Any meetings with the Mongolian?
Is this the guy who wrestled in the World Cup?
Yes.
Yes? He's good. He's tough. I think the score was 6-0, but it wasn't easy. Yeah, it took me a long time to score. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, man, but no matter who it is, I'm looking forward to getting a 4th. Man, this is a big opportunity for me. There have only been 2 other guys that win 4 more world titles, and that's Bruce Baumgartner and John Smith. So this will put me in some pretty elite company if I'm able to take care of business tonight.
Good luck to you.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Good job.
Good guys.